Hi guys, I'm back with a little video about my current setup since I've moved into my personal size rings and took my daily planning out of my traveler's notebook and moved them into my new and improved rings. I promised I'd do a little setup video again because things are looking a little bit different now. For the past years I've been using traveler's notebooks only for my planning, for my monthly planning, weekly planning and daily planning. And I decided that the daily planning in my traveler's notebook just wasn't really working as I wanted it to. At first I had everything in this B6 Slim. I have a future log in here, which I still do. I have the future log in here, and in the back there I have my weekly planning, which is more of like a kind of I guess it'd be more memory keeping than really planning. So and in the back I used to have a booklet for just daily to-dos and things like that, and I'd switch that booklet out every 2 months because every 2 months one book was full and I had to go over to another booklet. And I found I had this little ring planner lying around, not doing much of anything. And I wanted to try and see if it would work for me to move everything for the daily planning into this one. So I took the booklets out of this one because I was halfway January or something like that. Didn't really want to get rid of the booklet, so I just thought, well, it's B6 Slim, I can cut it down to personal size. So that's what I did. I cut it down to personal size, and just to see if I could make it work for me and things like that. So as you can see, these first pages are pages that have been cut down from the previous booklet, and here in the back I now have the new pages, which are specifically designed for my personal size Ringbound planner. As you can see here, the hourly numbers are visible, and in the front, let me see if, no, I'm at the last bit. I just punched through them because, well, it wasn't really designed for personal size rings, it was designed for B6 Slim insert notebook. So I also decided that I would just try and get everything in there. Let me see. This is also a ring-bound planner, which used to be all colorful and pretty, and now it's all nice and black and even prettier. So this is what it looks like on the inside. I still have to put in some little cards in here. And it's just mainly, it's very shiny here on the camera. It's mainly my portfolio, and I take it with me to shows and things like that. And I have some paper in the back. Still thinking about how I can use this even more. But for now, I'm just going to talk about this this little thing. This well, as you can see, it's almost a B6 ISO size. It's a little taller and it's almost the same width, but it takes personal size inserts, which are 17.1 by 9.5 centimeters. And let me see if I can get this. Oh, I wanted to compare. No, can't. I wanted to compare it with another B6, but I don't have a B6. I do have B6 Slim. As you can see, B6 Slim, it's a little taller, just like the B6 ISO. And I think, yeah, that goes for that one as well. So took the wrong notebooks with me. Anyway, I'm mainly just gonna talk about how I set this one up, and I'm actually really enjoying working in rings. So basically, I just started with putting in a diary. Well, first, of course, the daily pages. I made some dividers, and I've got some main dividers, which are the largest ones, which I now also made available in my shop. And let me see, these little notebooks I do not have in the shop, but I will bring them with me. I have them with me when I go to a show, and I use these for just scrap notes. And as you can see, I just tear them out when I don't need them anymore. And this is a teeny tiny little envelope I got with an order on something. I can't remember what it was, but I think it's so cute. So I'm just keeping that. The other thing that's in here is our new little, well, sort of coin thingy, which you can put on your elastics for your notebooks and things like that. And I'm just keeping that in there. Let me see, we have new business cards, so obviously we need to have the business cards in here, because you never know when you will need to give them out. And the card in the back, the little card in the back, is with some information of our business. I decorated the divider, and in the first section, which is this bit, is I thought I'd try a monthly, weekly as well. So I put in 2020 January to December monthly and weekly. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that in here, because it is all getting rather bulky already. But for now, I'm just trying this all out and working with it and playing with it. As you can see, I pasted the little tabs down that I also have in my B6, but I have them at the top in the B6. But at the top, I now have this main divider for the week I'm in, and I have the months on the sides, which I think is also really cute. So I just stick them down on the month, and because the months, let's see if I have an empty month. As you can see, I can put them on in these little boxes. They fit just nicely there, so I have them each going there, so I don't even have to calculate where to put them. So I'm just doing it the way I always do it. And then this is our bookmark, and I just what I actually really enjoy is just punching holes in things and snipping the side, which means I can place them and without opening the rings, and just move them to a different spot when I'm well, this is February. When February is done, I'm going to move this one to March. So let me see, the daily planning is at the top. I have a little envelope where I can put things in, and I have just, well, I put appointments in there, but it's mainly just things what I did and what I ate, as you can see. And I just try to make it look yeah, the way I feel, the way I like it, the way I've been doing it all along. And sometimes I decorate and sometimes I just doodle. So it's what I feel like. So I have a little blotter page in there just because I do write with fountain pen ink. As you can see, I got a new one for this, so I got a pretty Twisby Eco in orange, which I'm really enjoying. So let me see if I can put that there. And then what I also like is that you can put things in here. Just as you can see, we're going to the CREA weekend, 3, 4 and 5 April. And I got these promotional sheets for the CREA weekend, and I just took one and put them in my planner, because you can punch holes in anything. So that's what I did. So I've got the whole year in here. Still not entirely sure if I'm going to keep the whole year in it, because it's rather full already. I found these little sticker sheets which had holes in it already, and these are for planners, and I just stuck it in there. So my dividers are usually well, the dividers, if you get them, it's when you buy them, it's just the plain paper, and I like to decorate things, so because, well, it's pretty, and because I'm weird, so that's okay. Who wants to be normal anyway? So I just put that in there, and then I have again a little envelope with little bits and pieces. I'm not even sure I know what's in here, because I glued it down with some washi tape, but I'm pretty sure I can open it. Yeah, I can. Stickers and for the shop, and things to decorate with. A pretty little bird. Put it by the side. And then well, it's a sheet from the shop. I just made holes and put it in there. These pages over here, these are just notes pages, things kind of like little projects, and I do stick little tabs down for each project. I have these tabs that I made for last year's one of last year's shows, and I still have those. Let me see if I can show them right here in the back. So those are these little things, and I take them with me to shows, because, well, you can stick them in something and write something on it, and write something on the side, or whatever, or decorate them, or whatever you like. I just write this is the project. I'm developing a tooling workshop, so these are the notes for that. And then we have, well, I'm making ringbound inserts, so I have notes for that in here as well. Wrote down the sizes I'm making these for, and then it's for rings. And since I'm not using this for very long, I've been using it for, I think, well, let me see, I should be able to see that. I started in February in this week, 10 February, so that's 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So not a lot is in here yet, which I'm sure it will grow. So I've got a little bit in the back, because I apparently start at the back with everything, and at the front. And here in the back is the first sheet when I started making this. So okay, so I'm going to make a new planner. What do I want in this new planner? What do I want to use it for? What do I need in it? Just all those little things in there. And on the other hand, this is a little project. I had to update prices on the website for all my inserts. So I made a little tracker for me to check that I've done everything, and that's helpful. But, well, now it's finished, so I can remove it. And then I wrote on the back that I started working with InDesign, and I started doing trainings for InDesign. So this week I've been doing all these things for InDesign, tutorials and stuff, and started developing my inserts with that. So I've got a little thing again, because who doesn't like to punch holes in something? Well, actually I do. I like punching holes in things. So this is my next section. Okay, this is where it's all what it was all about. This is the section with my dailies. These are actually, for me, these are running lists of things I have to do. So it's not pretty. I don't want it to be pretty. I don't need it to be pretty. It just has to be functional. So I have a start of the week. I have a list with the things I need to do in the week. I have a little tab at the top, so I know, and I can move that tab to a next section. But I reinforced it a little bit again with the thing that I can remove. But I mean, this is just an overview of the week, on the things I want to do this week. And I start out with planning out each day, and as you can see, I always plan too much. But it's also a kind of way for me to keep to write everything out of my head. When I think of something, I write it down. I have to write it down somewhere. So this is the first place I go to. This is where everything goes when I start, when something pops into my mind and it's something I need to do, I write it down. Which means my to-dos for the days are usually too much. I can't get all of that done in one day. But that's okay. So I just put an arrow before it and then I move it. And at that point, I start thinking about, okay, when do I think I have time, or when do I feel I need to get it done? So that's when that happens. So some days I have most things done, and some days I have a lot of things that need to be moved to another day. So today is not finished, so I have to update this for today, but that's okay. I'll do that later. Usually in the evening, I do things during the day when I've done it, and I check my boxes, but I don't always do that. So every night at night, I sit and I go through everything and look at it and think from, do I have to? Did I do it? Did I or did I not do it? And when I didn't do it, when do I think I'm going to do it? So and then I start move it to the next day, or move it maybe to another point in time. So that's what happens in the evening. And sometimes I think, no, I'm not going to do that at all. So then I cross it out completely, which also happens every now and again. So I have my little tab again. This one is to the side. I can move that, as with everything, to the next place, because these are dailies, so I have to I can use it twice for these days, and then I have to move it. In this case, because I switched to the new inserts, there's 2 notes pages here, but that's okay. So here starts March, and in March I'm starting with the new inserts, with the specifically for Ringbound designed and personal size inserts. So there's the tab, which I decorated because I like that. Again, a blotting paper. These are just little papers that I stuck in there. I have loads of paper in because when I make inserts, loads of paper gets cut off, and I just use these as little notes papers with things. I have to order, things I'm waiting on, and whatever things I need to, whatever comes to mind. These are the little cards that are supposed to be our new certificate of authenticity cards, except they printed them wrong, and now I'm redesigning the whole thing because it pissed me off, to be honest. And this is just a reminder for me that I have to buy new sprocket paper, and because I liked it, I just tore the box, and now I have another little thing and stuck it in there. That's yeah, well, I like it, and when I don't like it anymore, I will remove it, but for now I'm keeping it because I like the way she smiles in the rain. So so that's my daily section, and I must say I'm really happy with this. I was using this already, of course, but it was before I had it in an insert, and I'm actually really enjoying the loose papers and the ease of flicking around and putting things in here, etc. This is again that certificate. These are our old bookmarks. We have new bookmarks. I think I showed them. These are the new bookmarks. These will be going out from next Monday with each order. These are the old ones. This is a divider I haven't decorated yet. Something happened. Okay. So I haven't decorated this one, so you can see what it really looks like. When I open it, I hope nothing springs out, but this is what they are. Undecorated, plain and simple, in pretty paper. And this one has been used for 3 weeks now, so I think they're holding up really nicely. Some cards I found, obviously my family, my kids, and this is a sheet with 2 pieces of paper glued together because I wanted to have something to put my pen in, and I didn't want to glue it, this pen loop, I didn't want to glue it on my tabs because I felt like, you see, it would interfere with the little tabs to the side, so my dividers weren't suitable, I felt. So I just made this little card, and I can put the pen in there. So now I have a pretty pen with a pretty divider, just some random cards, and this is the old thank you card. We also have new thank you cards, but this is the old one. Some information of my airbrush and some paper, just lightweight paper in the front, Tomo River paper in the middle, and some craft paper in the back. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Another divider, because I can. I had them, and this is the set I made to use the pictures. So found some cute cards. I'm thinking about wrapping washi paper around this or something like that. I just stuck it in there. And then another one. I also have a laminated sheet with all the sizes in here, which is very handy. And we have a sheet for us to know, the numbers of the paints we use, the dyes we use, I should say, with the names and manufacturers. Some sticky notes that I found, which are not really sticky, but it doesn't matter. I'm not using many sticky notes anyhow. And the last divider with a pretty, bookmark, I think. So some stickers, a cute little envelope, some note paper, and a new thank you card, which I think is really pretty. Anyway, so let's put that back in there. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this. This one was brown with some pinkish paint splatters, and the roses. Can you see the roses? Yes, I engraved the roses, and I really like how it turned out. I left the inside. I left this just the brown color it was, but I'm so happy I painted it black because it's so much more me now, and I'm very much enjoying using this. So let me see, I also put on some dangles on here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them. I did remove, this one did have an elastic. As you can see, there's a hole in the middle. It used to have an elastic, but I removed that and put in just a simple little rivet. These are the two for the rings. The rings that are in here are not listed in the shop yet, because these are 2.1 centimeter rings, and the ones in the shop are 1.6, and these are also silver, and the ones in the shop are not silver. Let me see if I can show you. See, I have these little dangly things. I just have them in the middle, and I can remove them if I want. I have them just over the over the top ring, hanging down in the middle of this. So that's just fine, I think. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Rings or traveler's notebooks. Oh, I'd say rings or strings. Anyway, I'm a fan of strings, but since a few weeks ago, I'm also a fan of rings. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend. And bye from me for now.